Hey, what's up everyone? This is Silver Slayer. I put together an incredible video for you guys and gals today. I haven't posted a video in a couple days. As some of you know, my mom got diagnosed with breast cancer last month and she had the surgery yesterday. So I've been over at her house, you know, just focusing on family stuff. But I am back. I'm back at my apartment. Gonna be busting out 2-3 videos a day. I do need you guys to do me a favor though. Since I haven't posted in 4 days, my videos aren't gonna get shared much. The algorithm works like that. You have to be posting daily, consistent. So these videos aren't gonna get many views. So please like the video and share it and comment. It would mean the world to me. I also appreciate all the messages, you know, praying for my mom and wishing me, you know, everything. It means the world to me and my family. I was telling her about it, and it's just, you guys are so incredible. But anyways, look, so much has happened in the last 4 days. It's insane, right? The silver markets are booming right now. It's insane to think about how many people are focusing on silver and have their attention on silver. It was always the underdog swept under the rug. Even when it would be rallying, not many people would talk about it. But nowadays, you see tons of articles, not even just silver and silver sites. You're seeing articles coming from CNBC and everywhere. It's a beautiful thing. But look what happened. Broke above $28, almost $29. And remember that $30 resistance is critical. I have an article talking about if it does break out through $30, we're going to be seeing $35 shortly. Now that's probably going to be overbought territory, and it'll probably drop back down to the $32 level or so. But still, is this the new high? I mean, is this the new normal? Is the days of $23, $24 silver out the window? Who knows? There's a lot that's going to be going on in this video. I'm also going to be doing a 24,000 subscriber. Wait, no. We're 45,000 subscriber giveaway. Sorry, my brain's everywhere. But yeah, so with that said, once we hit 45,000, I'm also doing a 47,000 subscriber giveaway. And then 50,000, I'm going to be giving away a disgustingly large amount of silver. So make sure you're subscribed for that reason. And speaking of, you know, higher subscribers, the higher the silver price goes, the more attention it gets, the more money goes into it. And when we see something like Wall Street silver gaining thousands upon thousands of members a day, think about in like 3, 4, 5 months from now, a year from now, with that building silver army. So not only is the industrial sector going to need more and more silver, but the individual stackers like you and I, in the rapidly growing pace, especially if silver's price starts rising, you're going to get people from stocks and everywhere coming in. I mean, everyone's going to want a slice of the silver pie. And guess what? Silver's pretty scarce. So that's just something to keep in mind when we're going over this article. So with gold shattering the $1,870 an ounce resistance for the first time since January, silver, its shadow, has been spinning a little magic of its own at the $28 levels. The question is, how long will the spell last and how far can it go? I mean, that's the million-dollar question, right? As evidenced during multiple breakouts in recent months by the pair, longevity is key. Often when it matters most, neither metal has been able to keep upward momentum going long enough to make a material difference. So in gold's case, the critical points this year were the mid to high $1,700 level breached finally in the last fortnight, and the $1,880 to immediate $1,900 level open now. For silver, it'll be $29, $30 targets, and after Tuesday's 3.5-month high of $28.89. So we have these targets, and in going along with these targets, you have to remember these silver raids, right? The silver squeeze. I mean, Wall Street Silver plans these. I mean, they have like almost 100,000 members now, which I highly recommend signing up. I just gave away a 10-ounce Wall Street Silver bar. But they have these silver raids. There's a live chat that goes on, and I go in there a lot. And will plan a certain day for these thousands upon thousands of people to buy silver all on one day. The last one was May 1st. So when that amount of money, especially as the amount of members grows, I mean, think about in like 6 months from now, if you have hundreds of thousands of people buying silver on the same day. I mean, look at what happened last time. APMEX sold out. JM Bullion's site went offline. It literally crashed the site because there were so many people. Provident Metals wasn't taking orders. They weren't even taking orders. It's not like they were, there was a 15-day delay or whatever. They just weren't accepted. I mean, the amount of steam that's building under the silver market is astronomical, and this is only the start. There is still no certainty that the 10-year U.S. Treasury yields and the dollar, anemic enough over the last 2 weeks to give gold the charge higher, won't violently snap back and spoil the party for longs in precious metals. Yes, we could see a reversal despite all the talk of ramping inflation finally turning in favor of gold, having been twisted to benefit yield and dollar speculators for months of the mindless logic of Wall Street banks and hedge funds fighting a Federal Reserve determined not to hike rates at any cost. We keep hearing this time is different. We hear that this time gold has a chance to chart a new upward course as it truly lives up to its role as an inflation hedge. I mean, yes, gold is the perfect hedge against inflation. Silver is also. Gold and silver are both a monetary metal. They're safe haven metals. When people don't trust banks and governments, they're going to turn to gold and silver. But silver has something that one-ups gold. Silver is also an industrial metal, and that's why you're going to see gold and silver start to move at different paces. Before, silver was a perfect reflection of gold, but I feel like now as silver's industrial use with this 5G, electric, all that stuff, it's going to start taking on a life of its own. So we also hear that inflation will get so incredibly hot, it's worst possibly in over 30 years, that the Fed will have no choice but to taper its market accommodation faster than thought, resulting in a spiraling dollar and death of the gold rally as we know it. So in the event that gold collapses and yields and the dollar spike again, then we're back to where we began in the discussion. Will silver be able to stand on its own? Will silver take on a life of its own? That's what I've made so many videos about. It's why my name is Silver Slayer, not Gold Slayer. Because yes, silver is going to be needed. And remember before I jumped into this article how I was talking about, how astronomical this rally of silver is being in this $30 resistance if it breaks past, and all these articles talking about it, Wall Street, silver rates. Yes, silver can stand on its own, and it will stand on its own. And the best part about it is, even if the economy starts to recover, silver still benefits because silver is used in everything that we need to make the world go round. So as the economy starts to flourish again, silver flourishes as well. So it's a win-win situation. So nowhere is the industrial emphasis on silver greater than the new green energy deal. Silver is used in solar panels, PV, photovoltaic cells, and that's a huge, huge component of the solar panels. It's not just United States with Joe Biden. This is a global project. Zero emissions by 2030. So in the next couple of decades, we're going to need more and more and more silver. Biden is targeting net zero emissions by 2050. I thought it was 2030, but 2050 intends to spend 1.7 trillion in federal money and leverage on an additional 5 trillion in private sector and local investment funds for the so-called Green New Deal. In that world, silver is the real gold, enabling a green economy of solar panels that will light up and power homes and buildings and serve as a conduit for batteries that will run electric vehicles, just to name a few, right? That's just a few of the many things. And think about all the new inventions as we advance in this new digital era. Silver is going to be needed in everything. Silver is the most highly conductive metal for thermal conductivity and electricity and even light sensitivity. But the world is also futuristic, one built on hypothesis. The real deal is where silver is trading today versus gold is based on the price ratio between the two metals that tells silver's independent value. Smaller ratio, the better for silver. We saw it at 125 to 1 last March. Now it's cut back a lot, around 65 1, somewhere around there. And it's only going to keep going down. Means silver is still going to be outperforming, outpacing gold. So yeah, they say this ratio is right now 65, which is still extremely high if you think about it coming out of the ground, roughly 8 to 1. Back in the day, the ratio between silver to gold was the ratio that it came out of ground. So back in the day, the gold to silver ratio was 8 to 1 because it came out of the ground 8 to 1. Now it's 65 to 1, even though it comes out of the ground 8 to 1. So we're looking at a quote unquote normal price or a normal ratio from back in the day. We would see silver around $200 right now, $250 if gold's around $2,000. So that's just something, that's some food for thought. It wasn't until 1930 that FDR got in office that changed the gold to silver ratio from 16 to 1 to 75 to 1. Before that, it was always 8 to 1, 16 to 1. Back in biblical times, it actually was 2.5 to 1. 2.5 parts silver equals 1 part gold, because back then silver was magical to them. Silver can purify water. The way it responded to different elements, they truly did treat silver like magic, and it really is. I mean, silver is such an incredible and a beautiful, powerful thing. It's more beneficial than gold. Gold is used for jewelry, necklaces, watches. Silver has many other uses. Yes, there is some gold in electronics. I used to scrap gold out of cell phones and stuff, but I mean, that's just that was something I did out of, hobby, out of curiosity. It's not like I'm going to make some real money out of it. But anyways, a technical analysis by consultancy SK charting shows that if both metals don't lose their upward trajectory soon, silver could reach above the $35 an ounce. On a broad perspective, silver needs to sustain a $26.80 level to clear its next target of $30, which will be a turning point for the metal. So if silver finds enough buyers at the $30 handle, which we will, I mean, think of the Wall Street silver. I mean, it breaks $30. Everyone's going to be talking about it, and we will see the next Fibonacci extension of 161%. And that's $21.88 to the high of $30.06, which places it at $35.36. So, a lot of things happening. Beautiful things. Silver's just, once again, breaking ground. Nothing new. I mean, silver stackers always get the last laugh. I'm excited. A lot of stuff from this channel is going to be coming out. You got to be subscribed, because I'm going to keep you guys updated. I'm going to keep you in the loop on a daily basis. That is critical for investors. You can't just blindly be investing. You got to be subscribed. You got to be tuning in. I promise I'll post daily videos. There was just that 4 days. I just wanted to be there for my mom, and I do appreciate it. Make sure you like this video, comment down below something nice, and share it. The next couple of videos, I really hope you do that, because these videos are not going to be promoted much since I haven't posted in a couple of days, so that would really help me out a lot. Anyways, I'm going to wrap this video up here. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe. Lots of giveaways coming out soon. Also, lots of videos. Thanks for tuning in. This was Silver Slayer. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.